Wake up. The Matrix has you. This reality that you think is real. What if I'm here to tell you that it's not? What if it is the simulation? What if it is that you're not alive, but this is the death process? And when you leave this dimension, you become alive. And what I mean by that is, you've been cut off from your truth of yourself. How strong you are, how intelligent you are, your connection with Source Creator, your connection with the universe, your connection with infinite information. What if the movie The Matrix was telling you, when he jacked out of the Matrix, it was a whole nother reality. They was in a whole nother form. They were living. It was physical. It was connection. It was everything that we thought when we leave this dimension that we are dead. There is no after. Or many people think the after is something completely different. But what if the after is the truth of the reality of who you truly are, without the form that you have while you're in the Matrix, having a body from youth to adult, experiencing all the sicknesses, experiencing all the limitations, experiencing all the anger, the greed, the power, and then you go back to your true form of infinite peace. What if the Matrix has been hijacked? What if the Matrix was set up to cause for these individuals that's in here to stay at a anger, sorrow, sickness, depression? That frequency is generating a full process for the individuals that are running the Matrix. And when you leave to go back to the true form of who you are, you've been caught in the white light, wiped clean, and then sent back in to do it all over again. What if the Star Seeds or the Rescue Squad, they send in to try to awaken civilization to the point of you're asleep in the Matrix, or Total Recall, or the Flat Earth Dome Syndrome, where your consciousness is cut short from the truth of what it really is, and may believe that you are this version of yourself that's within the Matrix. They want you to think that this version is your true version. There is no other version. The other version is something that is not of a physical form. It's something that is a light form. That this reality is where it is to be. And what if the Zion is the paradise after the Matrix, after the simulation, after the Total Recall, when you are jacked into an entire reality, that you are gaining a perspective that is not your true perspective, but is a perspective, again, experience to feed another race and to evolve your consciousness. And at the same time, the Star Seeds to come into this location to try to awaken individuals to the fact of this is not the true reality. You are in a simulation process right now that you are going through, thinking that this version of yourself is real, and allowing them to have the ability to accept the rescue or to eject the rescue, or to keep living themselves in this same reality with no forward growth, with no evolution of consciousness, without learning how to expand in existence. It's levels to this, and there's levels to why everything is happening the way it's happening. But there's many individuals that say they left their bodies And then for a moment, they seen everything in the physical reality exactly the way it was when they left their bodies. But in the moments later, everything just disappears. And they go into a whole nother reality. What if they're giving you versions of the simulation is ended for them? And they move on back to their truth of who they really are. And what if the Starseeds and Chosens have run the simulation so thoroughly that they have exited the simulation without a physical death, but an ascension, and like Neo, able to fly out of the Matrix without having a physical death, but a growth of consciousness that the Matrix itself, that this simulations that we're living in can no longer house that level of consciousness, that we broke the simulation and seen everything for what it really is while we are alive. That means we've seen the true reality while we are in the simulation. So we are seeing two worlds, two dimensions, seeing everything of the truth of a higher dimension while we're in the simulation. Oh, I call this the inceptions. It is so thorough because people are so closed off of having that flat earth syndrome of being cut off from existence, made to believe that everything you've been taught from education from preschool into college is real, but it's keeping you at a certain level so you don't expand, so you don't find the truth of who you are while you are alive, so you can break the change that's in the minds, so you can penetrate the flat earth syndrome that's over your mind and expand and connect with the universe once again, connect with Source Creator once again. What if all this was all of the prophets have done this? They were trying to awaken the people to the fact of what's really happening and everything in the simulation that has been set up purposely to keep people in that limited mind, that limited consciousness, keeping people from expanding so they can free themselves, so they can connect once again to the truth of everything that is real instead of everything that is not. Instead of being a feeding source, why not feed yourself once again? Remind yourself, connect back with Source Creator instead of being put into a simulation that's giving you the false version of Source Creator, making you thinking that you're connected with it, but you're only connected with a matrix simulation process. Just a little something to think about. Enjoy the rest of your day.